Hey guys, welcome to the She Became Me podcast. I'm your host, Lentina Rogers, and this is our 36th episode. And we're going to continue our theme of living well. And today, our episode will be about living out loud. So let me get my co host in real quick. So we have Ronieka Howell.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. How's it going,
Hey,
Tina?
good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I am doing well. This fourth quarter has been busy, but
Yes,
I am grateful and thankful.
yes. So
Yes.
let's get our second co-host in, Yolanda J Brown.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Tina, Ronika.
How's it
Hey,
going?
Yolanda.
Good to
What
see you.
you
Good to
too?
see you.
What's been going on? Nothing much.
Wow, I can only say it is a busy time, and I am thankful as we're in this gratitude month.
Yes.
Yes,
To wrap it
yes,
up of another
yes.
great year, right?
Right.
Yeah, you're right. It's almost over. So,
Yes,
Yolanda, you want to go ahead and introduce our guest and maybe read her bio and kind of let our audience know who we got coming in.
certainly. We have Latoria Smith. Latoria Smith is born and raised here in Indianapolis, Indiana. She is the sole owner of She Became Her LLC and the national director for Miss Essence World Elite Pageant. She is a woman that is certainly on the move. She is a mentor. She is a mother of four. I can already tell by her bio, she is a woman of humility. She has heart, and I so can't wait to hear from her. But she has a background in property management. She really is focused on mentoring and supporting women of all ages. She is a volunteer, so she is also about community empowerment. She has a particular passion for domestic violence, so we'll be
Okay,
able to hear some of her story there.
okay,
In addition, she has a background in fashion modeling. She's been modeling since the age of 15
okay.
and engaged in pageantry since the age of 16. So she has quite a story to tell. So we'll let her finish sharing with us her journey. Let's welcome Latoria.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Latoria.
Hello, Miss Tina.
So glad you could join us tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me on your show. It is a true honor.
Yes, look, when I saw that your title was similar to ours, I was like, hey, let me check that out and see what is Latoria got going on and what she's doing in the community. So I thought it would just be, a good idea to just, talk with you and see what you got going on. So Yolanda gave us a little bit, which was, I'm gonna say a whole lot. It wasn't a little bit, it was a whole lot. So go ahead and just jump in where you want to start and kind of tell us who is Latoria Smith.
Oh, well, Latoria Smith is an amazing woman, I will say. I have a background, of course, of a little bit of everything. I am the owner of She Became Her, which is so amazing. It represents so much of the woman that I am to also help inspire ladies to be her. And
Mhm.
I'm also the Miss Essence World Elite pageant director here in Indy. So I'm excited as we are in nationals this week. So I'm super
Okay.
excited.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about the Miss World Essence pageant? And that's going to happen this week here in Indy, right?
Yes, it is, Miss Tina.
Okay.
Our national pageant is on Saturday and Sunday of this current weekend that we are in, and it is going to be absolutely amazing. The ladies will be doing fashion. They will also be doing interview questions, on stage questions. So they're going to be bringing their best self. So it's going to be a great show.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I want to say your last show, I was one of the pageant judges. So if it's going
Yes.
to be similar to that when I was there, it was really a remarkable show. So much
Yes.
entertainment, a lot of different interests, and it was really fun. So
Yeah,
I imagine you guys are going to have something similar to that this weekend as well. So
absolutely.
Yolanda, Rodnika, if you guys got any more questions about the pageant or some of the other amazing things that Latoria is doing, just jump right on in.
Sure. Um, I would just like to know, like, the candidates for the pageant. Are they different ages, or where particularly do these women like come from that participate in your pageant?
Okay, so but yes, our pageant queens or contestants are
Mhm.
here locally in Indianapolis. So
Okay.
we do a lot of outreaching and trying to um, actually get ladies to come aboard and see what they're interested in. And sometimes they could be struggling with public speaking, they could be struggling with self confidence. And we actually encourage three pillars within our pageant system, which is built on self love, self understanding, and self determination. So that is what we are looking for. We're looking for women that we can build those pillars where they may lack and kind of get their confidence up for something so big as this.
Okay.
That is great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And so, and we certainly are not strangers to the pageant. We've had Regina on and
Yes.
Anjanae, and you all are
Very good.
doing such amazing work. And Latoria, with um, just the state of the world, the state of our city
Yes.
right now, what do you feel? Why do you think an opportunity like this is so key for young women, seasoned women of all ages?
Mhm.
Why do they need encouragement?
Well, definitely with what we've had within the last year of 2019 and still currently, of course, with COVID hit, and we were actually still doing our pageant. We were doing phone calls, we were reaching out to the ladies because there was a lot of depression. It's already where you're coming into the pageant system not thinking you could do something like this. And so, with their jobs, struggling with their jobs and trying to find themselves, here we are trying to empower them to be even better. And they're going through all this. It was a lot of pushing, a lot of encouraging them to see what I see, which is greater. And so that was something that was really strong. And I was, of course, very passionate about. And that's why Miss Regina and Miss Anjanae had brought me aboard. And I'm so glad. But it's a lot of depression and wondering who they are. And that's what I do.
Okay.
That's wonderful. Can I ask also, because I think one of the things that struck me about the pageant when Tina first introduced us to those ladies, how do you all maintain the integrity of the pageant system? Because there's so many stigmas associated with body shaming, lack of access, especially for women of color in the pageant world. How do you all overcome some of those, the biases and the things associated with the pageant system throughout our country?
So one of the things that I do, and that's a really great question, because that was something that when I first came aboard and we were first starting out as me being their national director, a lot of ladies in the system had never competed before. So they had this image that they had to be a certain size, or, my hair is not the way the world may perceive it, long and pretty and down my back. And here, of course, with me, I'm saying it doesn't matter what you look like, it matters what's within. So it took a lot of texting at night and calling, and sometimes the ladies would want to back out, and I say, no, this is you. Where do can you not see yourself as not even better than the Miss America or or some Miss California? I would say see yourself as who you are, because the judges fall in love with you, and it's within. And when you find what's within your inner peace, your spirit's going to shine and everything else will flow. And so that is something that I try to get the ladies to see. So it takes a lot, but of course I believe so much in it that it's so easy and genuine for me to talk to them about it. So
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Latoria, tell us a little bit about your story or your background with domestic violence. I see that you said you an advocate for that particular area.
Yes. So when I was competing, of course, domestic violence was something I was very, very passionate about also. So I actually do volunteer work for the Coburn Place, and I have enjoyed being a part of that organization, because it's not only the moms, and it's also their kids. So I even often come in and do projects with the kids and get them involved, because it's so much out there that they've seen or they're not sure of, and I want to bring that excitement, those smiles back. And so and it's for the women too. They think that because this has been taken from them, or someone has mentally or physically abused them, that they can't do anymore. And that's where I look at a woman and I say, you're so beautiful, you're so amazing, and I just want to give everything to them.
Yeah.
So it's just I just want to give back to them, and get them back on that level of where they used to be.
Yeah.
So
Sound like a great support system that you are creating or providing for them too. So that's wonderful.
Thank you.
And so, as a mother of 4, how do you balance it all? How do you balance your many gifts and talents and businesses and motherhood?
Well, my 4 kids are so amazing. I love them all. I have a 23-year-old. He's actually in his last year of his IT program. And I also have my son, Justin. He's 21, and he's actually in media. So he may be doing something like this down the road.
Yeah.
And then also my twins. I have identical twin girls. They're 17. And so that's really all I have left at this point. And they're varsity basketball players at Fisher's High School. So they're very driven. They're just amazing young ladies. Their strength and their courage to progress. They've already gotten or received 2 offers for college basketball. And they're only juniors. So
Wow, congratulations.
thank you.
Yes. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Wow.
Okay.
So you spend a lot of time like encouraging and inspiring and pouring into these women, whether they are domestic violence survivors or they are candidates in your pageant. What are some things that you do for you Keep your cup full.
You have some really awesome questions. You know what? I will tell you that that's a part of me. So it helps me, believe it or not, inside to fulfill my spirit. So the gifts that I have, sharing it with others, that is something that I think God has placed before me, to take on that challenge, and I feel okay. So I don't feel like I'm lacking by any means of anything, because I walk in faith, and I have a smile on my face, and I take it with grace. So
Yeah. Sound
that
like
is
that
for
you
me.
sound like you walking in your purpose. So
Yes.
when you operate in your purpose, I mean it's not work, it's just fun. You just doing that thing you
Yes.
love to do.
Yes,
So
Miss Tina. I love it.
so I get it. So what we're gonna do now, ladies, Latoria, this is a part of our show that's called She Mail. We're gonna move to, and we have our viewers. They write in and have questions, and they just want our opinion, and that's pretty much just what it is. Is just our personal opinion about a question that they just want to get a little bit of insight from someone else. So let me get a couple of questions here, and
Okay.
I'm going to read them off, and we're going to invite you, Latoria, to give your opinion as well.
Okay.
Okay, so first question. Oh, this is good because Thanksgiving is coming up. Question says, as the host of a Thanksgiving dinner with a large group diverse and political beliefs, how do you set boundaries in your house when things get a little bit heated? I'll read it one more time.
Mm.
As the host of a Thanksgiving dinner with a large group of diverse political beliefs, how do you set boundaries in your house when things get a little heated? So, Latoria, you want to give an opinion? What would you do?
That's a good one. So I would say when things get heated, I feel I actually have a set way of saying, okay, the kids are here, the adults are here, and it's a special time of Thanksgiving, and so I have on a TV show, whether it be one of the kids love watching Home Alone, which is an absolute favorite.
Yeah.
Um, so I try to draw that attention towards other things, and we have games that we play as well.
Okay.
So I think it's just letting the family know this is a special time, and if you can't do that, then this is not the place for you. And that's how I run things in my house.
Right. Okay. Yolanda, what would you do?
Um, I believe I don't mind having crucial conversations. It
Yes.
happens because people have different opinions.
Hmm.
But if it ever gets heated, I mean, it's never, I was trying to think of a time that this has happened.
Mhm.
We just tend to shut it down, like
Yeah.
the whole family. If we see
Yeah.
something's kind of going left in conversation, just be like, okay, cut it off, end
Yeah.
it. It's done. Topic is over. you
Yes.
know, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's just topic is over. And if somebody, gets that mad, then they would have to leave. I mean, if it's
Right.
ready to bring the whole the whole climate down, the whole energy
Right.
of the room. So
Yeah.
I
Okay.
would agree with the two of you as well. I think that there are always going to be times where we can agree that we are going to disagree. And for me, when it comes to that point, it's just like I know how to just shut down. And like they both have already said, and just like divert it to something else. Like if like I really try not to like we have conversations about all different kinds of things, but when
Right.
it gets to where it's just a heated thing, it's just like, it's just time to just shut it down. I'll get quiet. I'll have me a glass of wine and then just, hey, we don't have to talk about it anymore. We agree to disagree, and that's fine. Let's on to the next conversation or game or Home
Mhm.
Alone, like Latoria said. Let's do it.
Well, one of the things that I do, I have a pre-conversation. So I pretty much have at least the elders in the group, because sometimes there's like three generations, if not
Mhm.
four, when you get together for Thanksgiving and holidays. So I kind of like have some people already set up, to know that if there's certain family members that you kind of know tend to like to go left or tend to like to get
Yeah.
things heated. So when we have people in place to kind of put those fires out, so I always come up with some signals. One, I kind of start stepping on people's feet under the table.
Ah,
I'll do things like that. I'll say it's getting started. Like stop talking to them. Don't feed into it. Let it go. I'll do stuff like that. I'll pinch them on their back, and that's the saying. Hey, hey, they pulling you in. Don't let's change the subject. So those are some of the things that I do to try to keep the boundaries and keep everybody calm. And everybody, my family know if I start pinching you on your back, stepping on your toe under the table, change the subject. Let's steer that conversation in another direction. So
that's
that's
good.
what I kind of do, and then we laugh about it. Look, the next day, say, "Oh man, I was getting sucked in. Glad you stepped on my toe." So okay, so let's get one more. I think we got time for one more. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Here is another one. Oh, this one's a family one too. So, how do you handle when you are in the middle of a disagreement with two family members? Do you speak up or hold your peace? How do you handle when you are in the middle of a disagreement with two family members? Do you speak up or hold your peace? Okay, ladies, jump in. Somebody wanna? What would
Yeah.
you do?
So it depends on if I'm in like physically in the middle of them, or if it's
Yeah,
like a
verbal.
phone conversation, or it just
Mm,
really depends. I always try to bring reason to the situation. And if there is, I mean, if it's really like really really bad, just looking at like the pros and pointing out the pros and the cons, or whatever it is that the discussion or the disagreement is about, just trying to bring reason
yeah,
um to the situation, to so that it ends like in peace.
yeah,
Try to really just being the peacemaker, bringing reason,
yeah,
looking at both sides of the story, but just trying to create an environment of peace at the end of that.
yeah,
Yeah, I tend to, it all depends on the conversation and what it is. Like some of me and my cousins are really close,
Mhm.
and so usually, you know how it is. The conversation will go from one cousin to another. Well, this happened.
yeah,
And
yeah,
if it's something that I feel I need to speak on, because they always laugh at me because I was like, I'm the oldest.
Mm.
But I feel like I want to know, but yeah, usually, I just ask for the purposes of clarity.
yeah,
Okay, now what's going on now?
Yeah.
But as far as like getting all off into it, I don't
yeah,
interfere. It would have to be pretty deep for me to interfere.
yeah. Okay,
I agree. I
okay,
agree with
Latoya, what would you do? Oh, you just said you agree.
I
Ditto.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Latoya.
No, I was gonna say I don't want to get involved, and and my family knows I'm just not one to get into any type nonsense regarding dislikes. I just don't. So
Right. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I wouldn't want to get in too deep because a lot of times people can end up working their differences out themselves. Sometimes when
Mhm.
it become a triangle and a three-party, then it just kind of escalates.
Yeah,
Now that because somebody may feel like, oh, now you're ganging up on me. or feel like it's good to have a person that stays neutral
Yes.
and just maybe try to, like Ronieka said, and Yolanda said, keep it kind of light. Just point out some reasonable things from both sides because everybody can always do something different.
Mhm.
Everybody could have took made a different choice before they got to that point. So I think being neutral and even just pointing out that hey, I love both of you guys, and I'm gonna let y'all work it out from here, and just remind them that it's okay to disagree,
Yes.
and just move
Absolutely.
on. So
Yeah.
that would kind of be my stand on it. And then I would definitely like say, well, let's just stop at this point and let's table it. Maybe you guys could talk about it yourself in private, and then you probably can work it out. Sometimes the audience, change the fact of what's being said as well. So if they can do it alone at a later time, I think maybe they could probably hammer it out. So yeah, that
Mhm.
would be mine too.
That's
So
good.
yeah, well, go
And
ahead, Yolanda.
oh, I was just going to say, definitely. Um, I don't know if we do have any more questions, but we definitely want Latoria to have an opportunity to
Yes.
share your not just your contact information, but also we cannot leave without you telling us what She Became Her LLC is.
Yes.
Yes, I am so excited to share what She Became Her is. Um, I, of course, am coming out of a 21-year marriage,
Okay.
and and I'm okay. I'm so
Yeah.
much more fulfilled. And she is. I'm going to have sweatshirts,
Oh, okay.
sweatsuits. There's going to be even. Fancier dresses that I'm going to come out with. And so I want ladies to understand that you can be who you want to be whenever you want to be.
That's right.
And it's not based off what others or society think of you. And so the sweatshirts will have She Became Her, and on the back of them will have affirmations of what women are. So when you take a
Okay.
look back at her, you're going to say, okay, wow, she's ambitious, she's successful, she's a leader, she's all these things. And that's what I want everyone to know. The thing for she became empowered by her own inner spirit, which then evolved and grew as a radiant woman to others, but she was humbled by the three letters that represented her, and that's humbled, evolved, and radiant. And
Wow.
Mm,
that's what I represent.
I love
Oh,
So
that. I love
very
that.
good.
yes,
Yeah,
so
I
much.
like that. That was great. Okay.
Yes.
thank you.
So how do people get a hold of you? Because by the time this show airs, the pageant
Yeah.
will be over. And
Yeah.
so are there where should people look out for updates on the pageant? Where should they find information about She Became Her merchandise as it becomes available?
Yes. So, yes, for the Miss Essence World Elite pageant, you can reach out to us at the Miss Essence World Elite.us website. And that is where you can go on. You can see all the different divisions, which we start at age 12 and go all the way up to age 45. And you can also reach me at Miss Essence of Indiana, lsmith at gmail.com. And that will also get me to where I can send you information regarding the pageant. You can also reach me at 317-864-1857. And that's my direct line. And it's always available to you ladies in the world that are trying to get in the pageant system. My clothing I am currently designing my own website. So that will be available to where you can actually go on and purchase your sweatsuits and my dresses, and all sorts of items are coming your way. So I'm super excited to share that here soon with you.
Okay.
It's so exciting. So
Yes.
I'm very excited.
very, very
Excited.
exciting. Yeah.
Yes. Sound like it's gonna be a wonderful that you came up with a way to celebrate and embrace the change that you have to make, after 21 years of marriage. So it's great that you still, you found your worth and you still see yourself as valuable
Yes.
and, to be an example to other women. So I think that is absolutely wonderful.
Thank you,
Yes.
Miss Tina. I really appreciate it. I'm happy to share who I am with the world. So
Yes.
thank you.
Okay. So,
Well,
ladies, you want to, Yolanda and Ronieka, you guys want to go ahead and do
mhm.
the last little parts here?
Yeah. So if any of you viewers out there, if you are interested in having us answer any of your questions for Shemale, be sure to send those questions in to she became me 2020 at gmail.com. And also make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel so that you can stay in the know of what's happening and what's to come with the She Became Me movement.
Yes.
And we would like to thank our sponsor, Enhance DNA Publishing, Denola Burton, for all of her support.
Yes. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thanks, Denola.
You.
So this is the time where we must say goodbye. So we end the show. So
Oh,
thank you so much, Latoria, for joining us.
thank
And
you. Thank you for
yeah,
having me.
you're welcome. So
Continued success.
till next time, we'll see you.
Bye bye,
Bye,
ladies.
ladies.